Dylan, speak.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
All right, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Chris Fury, the man on the wall, back with another episode of Blerd's Eyeview. And let's get this over here real quick so it doesn't distract me. There we go. All right, so how's it going, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, thank you for showing up and showing out, and continue to do so by subscribing and hitting that notification bell and all that great stuff. You can also listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast, and you can also catch us on Always Press Record through Roku and Amazon Fire, and you can also listen to us because it's back, Opulence Radio, I should say, Opulence Radio. But let's get this thing started. I always do ladies first, so I want to make sure. Is she ready? She's ready. All right. Let's start this thing off by bringing in Lady Mandalore. What's going on?
Well, good evening, everyone. How are you doing out there? Making my triumphant return.
There we go. She had to get her slumber on. It was necessary. It was needed. I think the entire crew had a week last week.
Everybody everywhere had a week last week.
Yeah.
I asked. Everybody was having something going on.
Damn fool.
But we back. We back. Never down, never out. Just taking a nap. That's it.
Seriously, I'm like, good Lord, damn. Like I said, damn full moon. People don't believe us. If you work in healthcare, you know
it's not a joke.
Thing. It is a real
your
thing.
Your lives are in danger, and y'all don't believe it's a real thing.
Yeah. So, without further ado, we also got Black Spartan in the building. What's going on?
Hey,
all I can say is, what are you drinking, Kira? What are you drinking?
This evening is margarita. Actually, if you bear with me, I'll show y'all what it is. This shit right here. I did not have to shake. I did not have to measure. I took the bottle. I poured it in. I had ice. I put salt on my rim.
What in the perfected drink out of a bottle did you find?
This is called the Kira Special.
I will find it. If you want alcohol, I will find something that y'all like.
What witchcraft is this?
Pause. Oh, Lord, she's gonna get my whole. Here it go.
This is what we do here.
Here it is. This lovely little doodad. I don't know if y'all can see it. It might be too bright. I have to bring it back.
Oh, that's what Beyonce drinks.
Is it?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
I guess birds of a feather. By the way,
no.
Yeah, that's as soon as you showed me the bottle, I was like, oh, she drinks that.
Yeah. Also, something you want to know, Lady Mandalore, this past weekend, I attended an event. I was press this weekend at a Hag Entertainment event called Blerd Bash. It was at Gaming Lounge, owned by Larry Brazil. Shout out to Larry Brazil of One Life to Play. Dope venue, actually. But the first lady of Blerd's Eyeview, Candy B, says hi. She says, "Oh, she loves you."
Okay, Miss Key. I love me some her. Oh, we gonna get in trouble. Oh, y'all aren't gonna be able to find us at BlerdCon. I can tell you that much right now. You'll hear about it, but you won't find us.
Yeah, it was like she never left. It was like she never left. We just had a blast together. Me, her, 8, Tino Black, Des Maki. Shout out to Maki Made Cafe out in Columbus. You want to check her out? She does pop-up. She'll be in Detroit, I want to say next month. So you want to tune in for that because Asian anime inspired cuisine. And let me tell you, her killer bee tacos were killing.
What's the protein?
I'm intrigued.
Jerk beef. Yes. Jerk beef, pineapple salsa, plantains, like some kind of sauteed plant.
Stop. I can only become so aroused by food. Please stop.
It was a sight. When she gave it to me, then I had to get a new battery and came back, and while she was getting set up out for, serving her people out front, I had took down the 2 tacos that fast. I was like, they were good. I'm a member of the Clean Your Plate Club. I'm just what it is. So
she coming to BlerdCon though, right?
She's trying to get here.
No.
Wait, yeah, you're right. We gotta speak that into existence. I forgot.
No.
I forgot.
Those tacos into existence.
Yes.
If she's not, then I need you to put something in the freezer for me and bring that down.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to go to Columbus this weekend. It'll be my birthday on Friday. So she said, "Come through." I'm like, say less. So shout out to Des Maki Cafe. Shout out to Crazy 8 the Great, Tino Black, that entire crew over there, Larry Brazil, Hag Entertainment. It was a great venue. If you've never been to a Blerd Bash, it will be one coming to you near you soon. It's like the black. It's like New York, though. It's like the Black Family Barbecue. I think they're working on some stuff.
Okay,
I need y'all. What y'all need? Y'all need me to smuggle something? Let me know. I could get something set up for you. I know people. If I don't, I'll find them. I can make bodies disappear. I can get things to cancel on purpose by accident.
She makes things happen. That's what she's saying. She makes things happen. This is why she's the master, the weapons master on the ship. She makes things happen. We have a special guest with us tonight. She is an award-winning author. She is the owner of VirtuousCon, which is the first Black female-owned convention.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I did not know. Why did I not know this?
Oh, yes. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about all this great stuff later.
I got to get myself to. I am not presentable.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Because she's got her octave. I was just like, I'm waiting on Landy Mandalore because she's got to get pruned and primed. She was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have felt. I felt underdressed because all I have an Octavia Butler shirt on." And I'm like, "No, she's fine."
No. That's it. That's the aesthetic.
Yes, Queen Jasmine. And without further ado, since Queen Jasmine has entered the chat, we're bringing her in. Cerece Murphy.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let me give you this proper run here.
Hold on, let me show. All right. Okay,
hey.
That's it.
She is the best.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so all right. Okay, y'all can stop. I swear to God, we do this every week.
You know what?
Like, I know a guy that knows a guy. How's it going, Cerece?
It is going so well. I'm so excited to see you guys. Lady Mandalore, I wish I had your drink. I don't know why.
I'll send you.
I didn't want to embarrass myself. That's why I didn't. I have something.
I always find our tribe.
I was like, come on, Cerece.
Listen, look, it's only this much. This is my first one in this.
Them eyes went up.
I want to hang with you. I just don't think I can. But I want.
I can't do this. Oh, this is a lie. Don't believe all this. This is a one and done. I can't do much more than this. I'm switching to
look good. Make it look good.
So, Cerece Murphy, we're going to talk about all your accomplishments and what you have planned. And I know recently you just had VirtuousCon. We're going to talk about that shortly. But how have you been?
Oh my gosh. I was thinking what happened last week when you guys were like, last week was the week. You know, my kids were on spring break. So I took off of work and everything and really shut down. So it did look crazy when I peeked in, but see, then I shut it all down. I was like, nope, nope. I stay in a bubble of calm and beauty. And I'm writing and I'm trying to get like back into that after Virtuous Con. So I was just like, no, you cannot have any of my brain space. Sorry.
There you go. It's always about
A bubble.
That bubble, that mental space. You know, Cinematic Assassin says it every time. He says it every time.
See, you got this bubble. You don't really need to talk to anybody else.
No. I'll run the entire show, and if they act crazy, I'm like, "Why are you here? Why are you here? You don't get any shine. Goodbye." So
banished,
banished to the shadows. What about over there, Father? Anytime wherever the shadows touch, we don't go.
Let me put this down.
That's all. See, this is how you know. This is how you know you're amongst your tribe when you can reference anything in pop culture, and they get it.
They giggle. We giggle.
It's like you just know. You know when you know. But you know what? We got a lot of news to cover.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Let's do it. I called it. I think I was the first one besides the company to actually share it, at least amongst our peers. And I am so ready for this. The Marvels trailer premiered today at the butt crack dawn of 9:00 a.m. Eastern Pacific.
Crack dawn. That's early. That's earlier than early.
Right. So this trailer looked amazing. Here we go. The Hungry Boss. The Hungry Boss. Yes, she is amazing. This trailer looks amazing. We have Iman Vellani who's playing Miss Marvel. We have Brie Larson who's playing Captain Marvel. We have Tiana Paris who's playing Spectrum. I think she's going by Spectrum.
Yeah, she's going by Spectrum.
Yeah, and which is Monica Rambeau. And when I say, and this is just a teaser. I was hyped for this. So, I was hyped for this.
Ovaries exploded a little bit.
It didn't. You know what didn't help? It didn't help that they were playing Beastie Boys Intergalactic,
right,
as the backdrop, and I'm like, you know what? Stop doing this. So we are going to check this out right now. We're going to check out the teaser trailer for the Marvels, and we're going to talk about this one. So here we go.
Captain Rambeau?
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. Gonna get you some readings, Fury. Hello? Hello?
Captain Rambeau?
Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo?
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And I can totally show you. I'm not again. Hi. Where's our daughter? Wherever you were. We're a team. Oh, no, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
That's the yeah, exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did at work. I was like, ooh.
Oh,
I don't know where to start with this one. One, they look amazing.
They look fucking fantastic.
Those costumes are on fire. Yes, Kamala is adorable. I love every bit of Miss Marvel. She's us.
Yeah.
Oh
she's
my
us.
gosh.
She's freaking out for fear of her life. She sees Nick Fury and she's like, everything. And it's just a test.
Like, oh wait, come back.
She's the MCU fan that we all know and love with powers, and you just see him. Is this an Avengers test?
Everything went out the window. Everything went out the window. Like I said, these costumes look amazing. Monica's costume, these things are just spot on. They're spot on. And hold on, let's take a look. This is how they looked when we last seen them. This was Monica when she was in WandaVision, Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel in her own television show. And if you have not watched it on Disney Plus, you're missing out. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good because it's just fun to watch.
Yep.
Yes, Monica's suit. Yes, Monica's suit.
And then Monica in the suit.
It knocked over.
Wow, that was
it's right out of his
endorsement.
Give me a second. I can still do it. Okay. But yeah, her suit does look.
Get yourself together. Take some time.
The beauty of live, people. So yeah, it does look amazing. There it is. It does look amazing. It's everything we wanted it to be. Here's how they look now. That's about as close as we can get that one. Without them trying to get us. But it does. It looks awesome. I think that's what it is. We're gonna find that in a second. We're gonna find that in a second. And there we go. All right. There we go.
Monica did that to you.
She did.
She just the light spectrum.
That's because I crushed on Monica. That's why. She was like, watch it. We can't let them see our love. No. No, she does. Tiana Perez looks amazing. Actually, all of them do. They really all look amazing. Carol suit, even Kamala's suit. Just these things. I don't know who's the costume designer on this yet.
I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is okay.
This
is out of. I hate this goddamn ring light. Kicks my ass every damn time. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it's better now.
No, the Spectrum suit, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
That thing is amazing. Let's see what we can say. That was the spirit of Angela. Let's get the accolades.
Right out.
Yeah, you might be right. I didn't know Queen Angela. I'm sorry.
That's the Wakanda auntie tried to come look for you again.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the music. One thing I've been noticing about a lot of trailers, music sets the tone. And to play Beastie Boys Intergalactic, which is fitting, by the way, in so many ways. It just works. From Kamala wanting to show off her powers and showing up on a ship somewhere in space and getting freaked out by a Flurkin. I did not mean to say it that way, but okay, it works.
Flurkin has returned.
I might have to use that as the title of the show now. Freaked out by a Flurkin. So, but yeah, we'll start roundtable. Lady Mandalore, what do you think?
Hurry up. Why November? Why is it taking this long? And if you're taking this long, you better get I swear to God, you better get the visuals right. Y'all better leave them people alone, pay them their money or give them their time. If you put
they did fire the VXF director. They did fire. So
yeah.
They said, okay, we getting ready to handle this and make sure this is done correctly. Working those folks to the bone like that.
I am not accepting any half measures. I do not want to be hit over the head by. That's the only thing. Please, for the love of Christ. Please do not hit me over the head with stereotypical "she's a woman" shit. I'm done.
No.
I am done. I'm done.
This
Okay.
ain't that argument. Like, no, you got to do this right. But yeah, Cerece, what do you think?
Sorry.
Yeah, but Lady Mandalorian, like, hurry up. I'm ready. I'm past ready. It looks fun, and what I loved about the trailer is there is a balance of the characters. I feel like everybody's going to get their shine, and that's really what I want to see. So yeah, just hurry up with it. I'm there. I mean, you had me at
And I sat up there and pulled up Tidal and was playing Intergalactic on the way home, just on the ride home. I was just like, yeah, this is this. And I've always loved the song. It just made you go back into it. I'm like, Black Spartan, what's your thoughts?
I have questions and theories that I'm actually gonna keep to myself until I see Secret Invasion, until Secret Invasion, and then the Marvels. But outside of that, I'm loving it. I could look at Monica Rambeau and be happy and be content.
Be careful, Cameron. I can't do.
I'm sorry. No, I mean, no.
Y'all need a moment? Like, we just...
No, the moment is when I talk about Angela Bassett. See, I didn't even mention her by name the second time. I said it was on your. It was on you.
Well, somewhere as we're setting the clock, but no, the whole thing, I like the whole premise and the whole setup. I cannot be mad. Like, Kira, please, let it be a good story. That's all I ask. Let it be a story that's conclusive. Let it be a story that makes sense. Let it be a story that we know that if those who read the comics will be able to provide it to us. That is all I ask.
You're asking a lot.
I'm a DC fan. I ask too much.
Yeah, you've been getting punished enough. You've been getting punished enough.
Oh man.
He says reset the counter. Yes, reset the counter. So but yeah, it does. Like I said, if you've watched Miss Marvel, if you watched WandaVision, and you've watched Captain Marvel, these are all great entities, and Miss Marvel, the show is just Iman Vellani herself is just fun to watch because she's very giddy. She's fangirling. She's fangirling to the point that she's built for this. It just, just doesn't know it. She's built, and even when she becomes built for it, even like in the last episode when her friend says she has maybe a possible mutant gene, she just kind of like, huh. It's just like, all right, whatever. Can we drive off now? Can we just drive in the car? So it's always fun seeing her perform. I love the fact that when they come to the door, she's in full costume and her family's around. So like, there's no hiding. Right. I love this. It's something about this, and we've been seeing it lately. There's something about the characters in the Marvel universe, at least in the MCU, not having to hide their identities.
Yeah.
And just trusting the loved ones that's around them, trusting their true support system where they don't have to worry about it. And it's just fun. It's fun. Her mouth can be a little overbearing, but it's fun.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's just that she's very headstrong. She's very headstrong and very secure in her answers.
This is true as well. We've seen it with May in No Way Home. We've seen it. We might see it in Across the Spider-Verse. We don't know.
That looks so good.
No, that's definite. That's definite.
Something might give. So he says, isn't it weird that the random girl from Jersey knows international super spy Nick Fury on site?
Right.
When when the girl does her homework, she does her homework.
Black Widow files, though.
The Black Widow files, right? The girl, she does her homework. She knows what she knows.
Very thorough.
Well, yeah, it's really good. I'm excited. November 10th is this release date. I can't wait for this thing to come out.
It's only 7 months away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about the carryover.
Right.
Talk about the carryover. Oh my god! But yeah, I'm waiting for that one. In other news, we have. Let's start here. We already have the trailer for Star Wars Vision.
We back, baby.
And the first thing I thought of, I'm like, because it's a vignette, like season one is a vignette of different art studios, and I'm like, I wonder if we need a black animation studio. Where's We Are Martian B? And then I stopped and look, Desart Shinto Studio, which is a black-owned animation company, is part of this whole thing.
Yep.
Yay!
So
about goddamn time, yeah.
It's I'm hyped. I guess we're gonna look at this trailer too. But in the meantime, it's just fun to see this type of stuff going down.
Get it. I know that look. I know that look.
I am creating monsters.
Let me first say, I am impressed how fast Kira whipped out a lightsaber out of nowhere.
I know.
Kira has hers at the ready. What are you talking about?
I had hers to the side. Yeah.
Always.
Jeez.
I mean, Cersei has hers to the side, and
up,
Kira
though.
has hers on the end. I'm like, y'all just whipped out lightsabers both that fast?
You don't know when a Sith is going to roll up.
Exactly.
Master.
Oh, I like you, Cerece. I like you.
Master.
I don't know where I'm finding these powerful black women, but I love it. I love it. They got that thing.
Always, baby. Hey.
Oh my god. So let's check out Star Wars Visions Volume 2. Let's see what this is going on here.
Everyone has an inner light.
Follow the light.
I always knew you were meant for bigger things.
What if you just keep going?
No need to fear. There are others like you here. I saw it myself. She has special powers.
Can you get your porta potty off the starting line?
She's a total. Exactly. Don't be afraid. May the force be with you.
It's showtime. Whoa. The storm is approaching.
I can fight them. I'm strong enough now.
No one is stronger than them.
We can beat them.
No! You there. Hold it.
We cannot choose where our calling takes us. Only whether or not to answer.
I can't. From the Guardian with the curved saber blade, all the way to take my money. I don't know how much more y'all can take.
It's
can
not that far. It's literally just a couple of weeks away. Just a couple of weeks away. And sing the little black girl.
Same Jazz. Yo, Miss Jazz. We got to have a power. Like we need.
I get Queen Jazz. Queen Jasmine is gonna be like, Chris, I need to get on here. Like the Queen speaks, I answer the call. This I am so shout out to that team that's over there, Dave Filoni and John Favreau. They are doing an amazing job.
They understand the assignment.
They understand the assignment. They are telling stories. They are telling real freaking stories. And And no shade, we love the Skywalker run, but would it be with so many other stories?
They all right. They good.
With so many other stories out there. I'm glad we're getting these background. I'm getting these unknowns, just creating this whole narrative. Like there's more, what goes on during this time or that time.
Mm-hmm.
You can go forward and tell a story. You can go back. You can stay in the present and still have a lot of story that connects. There's these interwoven storylines and they tie in somewhere, somehow.
Yep.
And it works. And it does.
You know what? Let me stop because I'll go.
Oh, wait, I'll
go wild.
No, go.
Yeah.
You're at the end of the mountain.
It's backwards. It's forwards. They have touched on time travel. They have touched on different realms, different dimensions. There's my guy Thrawn is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Thrawn.
I'm gonna get to that one in a second.
I know you. I know you're gonna segue. I know you're gonna segue. I know you got that locked and loaded.
I got that one on 10. Because you seen how I did it. Yep. Tell it, lady.
I see
go
you,
wild.
I got you.
Go wild.
Yo, the no one can imagine the amount of stories that are available, the doors that they can open, the history that they could go into as far as past, present, and future with the Mandalorian alone. That's 10 to 20 years easy. They don't even have to touch anything else in the galaxy. That is my guy. I'm here. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end. I'll be dead by the time they try to think about finishing something.
Remember when they were saying that certain books weren't going to be canon, and pretty much the fandom kind of lost their shit. But they making up for it. They were just like, we can pull some string. Dave Filoni said, you know what? Hold my beer.
See, I think here's my theory. I think they had to say we can't anything that's not in the movies or a couple of the TV shows, we can't say it's canon because everything goes on such a wild tangent. So you have to say, sorry, we got to cut this off. And then you start to bring things into the fold and you build off of those stories. You have a reason why Jade Mara is maybe the fuck off someplace else, or why we haven't talked about her. So you've got to build a reason, because if you just throw her in there, you're doing a disservice to the history, you're doing a disservice to the fans, you're doing a disservice to the see.
No,
this is me.
I want this. No, because you make a very good point. You make a very solid point. When you think about all the written works of the Star Wars universe, all the written works, there's so many different writers. They go different ways. You have different stories about Mara Jade. You have different stories about Luke Skywalker. You have different stories about Boba Fett. And there's no way to really say, how can we put all of this linear to a degree where you can understand what's going on? We have to find a cutoff point, and it makes sense for them to say we have to find a cutoff point and say this is where we can't tell this story, because if we tell this story, it's going to go here and it's going to branch off here and it's going to branch off here, and it's going to be a mess and it's going to tear something up down the line.
Yeah,
it's all connected.
It's all connected. Cerece, what do you think?
So when I saw this, I was so grateful to George Lucas. Remember when, I became a Star Wars fan watching Empire Strikes Back in the Uptown Theater with my mom and my sister when I was little.
Shut up.
Yeah.
We twins.
There you go. Obviously. But and it was a story that I knew included me. Even though I didn't see exactly me, I knew that I was in that world. I knew that I could be in that world. And so when he sold the rights to Star Wars, I remember the uproar.
Yep.
But what he did was allow what we are now seeing, which is a true, not just on the screen, off the screen, in the world, envisioning everyone is included in this amazing mega universe that he envisioned. And when you allow people in to your vision, it becomes bigger and greater and more beautiful. And that's what I thought when I saw this. Because if he hadn't loosened his grip, and I know there was bitterness in that and whatever, but what he created is beyond. But we all stand on this kernel that he put down, right?
Yeah.
That inspired generations of creativity. And what we're seeing is that continuing. When you're looking at the different studios, because this is beyond, like, how many people can be in this universe? And the answer is as many as great. And that's what I saw when I saw this. And I was just like, that is such an amazing legacy. I hope when he sees this, he's like, damn. I never thought of that.
I never thought about letting it go.
Yeah.
To see something that you started that is far beyond.
Right.
I mean, because in terms of storytelling and everything you can think of in this universe, it's the writing is better, the character development, everything. But it started with this kernel of what he could do. That's what is so beautiful when you let it go.
Yeah. It's a passion. It's his passion for it that I think he understood that. I'm like, I don't want to, but in order for this to survive, I have to. Yeah. It hurt that I gotta let my baby go off to college. Yeah. I don't want to.
But look what it did. Look what it did. Look how many. I thought about all the animators who are getting an opportunity that never would have gotten an opportunity if he hadn't sold that license. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, Anika Noni Rose is in there somewhere. Just all these people who want and have been inspired by this world and who have had a different vision of how it could be that we are now getting. It's just, I could go on. Yes. But I'm just really excited by that. And I hope wherever he is, as he's looking at it, he's proud and he's grateful because you can't get away from, he started this, giving himself a heart attack in the desert.
Dude.
Yes. It was either that or the guy in the pink shorts. It was one of those things.
I mean, so I just, as a creator, I'm just in awe of what he started.
See, now the fact that y'all caught the pink short reference, I'm amongst my tribe. For those who don't know, there's a picture from when he was filming the Star Wars saga, the original, and there's a guy there in the desert, and he's wearing pink shorts.
If unbothered was a picture.
That's right. He wasn't dying of heat stroke.
No, he definitely wasn't dying of heat stroke.
He said, I will rock these shorts.
You feel comfortable.
I'm very comfy.
Ventilation.
Is key.
It is definitely
key.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Will, Lex Barton, what do you think of this trailer for Star Wars Visions?
First and foremost, I've said it on this. I've said it on other podcasts. I personally think George Lucas had a plan that he couldn't enact, but I think he is sitting back and going, "This is exactly what I wanted." I think. Call me nuts. I think he is sitting back and he's like, "Mr. Burns, just excellent."
Right.
Just all I wanted.
If he isn't, he should be. That's right.
Because I mean, we've all, present company included, have all sat there and said it's Star Wars, much like a lot of other fandoms. It is such a great vehicle of multiple layers of different stories from different aspects of the universe that all it takes is somebody with a little bit of creation, a little bit of knowledge, and just tell a story. And that's why I said, that's why I think the first season of Visions was exactly that. It was like saying, you know what, as all of you said, there are creators out here that have this talent. Let them run with it. What's the worst they can do with a short? And of course, the fan reaction to all of it inspired a season 2, rightfully so. But I was stressing. I said this. I was saying this to a friend of mine. I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are looking to, and this is why I say there's a plan behind Visions. Visions is more of a recruitment drive.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see that. They want to see who the fans or what the fans will react to the most, and then they'll be like, "Hey, you did that episode.
You got your peanut butter in my jelly."
You got your peanut butter in my jelly.
But that's what I think it is, because I can see that, because if they could do that with a short, imagine what they could do with a series.
That's right.
Or a movie, or however, whatever category they put them into. But yeah, I mean, I can't be mad about it, because it's the one thing we keep harping about. I mean, would I love for there to be more Black content creators in there? Absolutely so. Even though we saw one in there, which again, I get it. You have to be inclusive. But at the same time, I still say it's a recruitment drive, because
this is the one that's gonna, they already were put on the map just by being who they are.
Exactly.
Now to be involved with something that is known
massive.
Decades.
At the same time, who's not gonna turn down doing anything Star Wars related?
Right. If somebody literally came on, knocked on the door, and said, "Chris, yes, what do you need? I need you to voice a character from Star Wars." You know what? I don't care what the pay is. I don't care if it's even free. Yes, I'll do it.
Exactly.
The answer is yes.
Where do you need me to be, and how soon?
Exactly.
But you gotta listen to the full question first. But it's like, hey, Will, would you like? Yes.
Yes.
It's like
you don't say about Star Wars. Then the answer is yes.
We're representing Lucasfilms. Say no more.
Yeah.
Pack your bags, honey, and we're going to be gone for a couple.
All I gotta say is, which Sith apprentice do I get to be under?
Right.
That's all I ask. Sith apprentice.
It's funny that we mentioned. It's funny that we're mentioning the buildup of storylines and the true beauty of the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
And with Star Wars Celebration, Dave Filoni broke down in tears.
Mm-hmm.
He broke down in tears.
Because
of just the love.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the love of the fandom, not the toxic one, not the one it's got to be this and this.
No, those people
just
don't matter.
The love of the fandom, because that is what George Lucas was always talking about. For the kids, for the true fans, for the people who love this fandom through and through, bad and not bad.
Yeah.
Were the prequels all that great storyline? Yeah. Visually, could have worked a little better, but for its time, hey. And we took it.
Yeah.
And we were fine. And
that's right. I own those. Do I watch them? No. But do I own them? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
It's because you like, you know what? It's like that. It's that one. You got that one child that just, how do you keep messing up?
It's like that boy was born 2 minutes too late.
2 minutes too late.
Dang.
Ooh,
well, why don't you? Because he's my child. That's why I can't do that.
It's like, yeah.
But I love him.
And speaking of Christian Haydenson was another one. Came out, they loved it. They loved it. Yes, they loved it because it was like, we love this fandom. We do. That Obi-Wan series, good Lord.
Especially that one scene.
God.
You didn't kill Anakin. You did not kill Anakin Skywalker. Vader did. Just
beautifully shot.
Yeah.
Beautifully. When that helmet's cracked open and you see both colors as he's speaking it, it's like he's battling both sides still.
Right there, right there.
So it was, I'm like, this is storytelling. This is.
I gotta go back and watch that again.
Yeah. I seen this. They showed the scene somewhere on TikTok. Showed the scene where, it was the end of the series and Obi-Wan saying bye to baby Leia. That's just how I know her. She's baby Leia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm at work. Come on, stop. Because she was adorable. She was, and she was every bit Leia. Like just being, when he described her parents, and I'm like, stop, just stop. Ewan McGregor,
I love that.
The only white Jesus I'm actually recognizing. His face, you know, somebody's grandmother has his picture on the wall, thinking that's white Jesus.
Hilarious.
And then when you look at it, you be like, I can see it.
There's worse religions.
It works.
There's worse religions out there to be following. So
right.
I mean,
not mad.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's not wrong. I'm like, I can dig it. So, but yeah, just watching this breakdown and when they come out and you see true fans love it, just unfolding.
Yeah,
that's right. That flashback training scene.
Yeah.
Whoo, chills. And he spoke about that. He spoke about Hayden Christensen spoke about that, and he was saying, he was like, it felt amazing to put that on and to be sparring with Ewan McGregor and doing it. It was just an amazing feeling, and he was so glad to be a part of it. And to think at that time, the way that fandom turned, and we see it. We're at the points now we see the pockets where they make it worse. You know, Rosemary Tran is one of them. It's like, you know, you trash that, you trashed oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. John Boyega. John Boyega
was another one. Daisy Ridley was another one.
Daisy Ridley is another. And it was like, can we just love what this? We may not like outcomes. We may not like certain storylines or how certain characters were written. I blame that on direction. But the characters themselves, the actors themselves, and the characters that they're playing were perfect.
That's the one thing I never understood. It's like you're gonna hate on someone who got the role of a lifetime, and just because it didn't work out the way you wanted it to do, so instead of you just saying, okay, I don't like the movie, you take it one step further and decide to bully, shame, harass, terrorize an actor or actress because they I had to say, it's like, how? It's like, you know what the audacity of some people is? How in the world can you hate on somebody who got something that you may never get?
That's why. That's that jealousy.
And
I was like,
you being generous with that they not gonna get it.
They not gonna get it.
They're not.
I was like, I just that's why I always come to. It's like you may not like Rosemary Tran's character. Okay, fine, but she got to be in 2 movies. You got to be in 2 drive-thrus at Popeyes. You are not the same.
You still put money in her pocket. So
the check done cleared a long time ago. She ain't worried about y'all. She shouldn't be worried about y'all. Even though,
but that's the thing though. It's like, imagine that all you wanted to do was just enjoy the fact that you got to be in that type of role, but you can't enjoy it because of some I'm trying not to cuss tonight. Incorrigible.
He's got.
Can I be your sentence enhancer translator?
Go ahead. You can say.
Yeah, these motherfuckers right here.
That's her. Lady Mandalore.
My kids are not here, which is why I am. Feel free.
Lady Mandalore will be playing the part of Luther, the English translator.
There you go. I believe in getting it in. Don't worry.
Oh man.
No, that's what it is though. It's just like, that's the one thing I've never understood. That, like, okay, I've always said the best. I can't stand Snyder films, but do I hate on the actors themselves? No. I don't hate on them just because they got the role. Good for them. But you know, just some folks can there's like Chris said, you just got those really toxic fans that need to go outside and go and hug a cactus tight. Not let go. Just embrace the thorns with every inch. Just sit there and hug it and get that hug that you never got from your parents. That's what you need.
And don't blink.
Right.
Eyes wide open.
Right.
Oh my God.
Just stare lovingly into those thistles and just say, "I am so sorry, mother."
Yeah. we even have Daisy Ridley's returning as Rey. It's Rey Skywalker, as she's adopted the last name. So, you know, her trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. So I think they said 15 years later. So
15, 20 years later. But yeah.
I'm with it. I'm okay. Here's the thing: it's all about the writing. It's all about the writing.
But there's also a wonderful loophole in it that they could actually give us. They could actually bring back Finn and actually give us.
Baby, y'all need to let this poor man go. John is not coming back.
No. I will say this.
No,
hang on, Kieran. Hang on. He did say because they pressed him about this. He said the only way he would come back is that the script has to be right and a specific actor has to come back. He did not say who the actor was.
Oscar, I don't know what you're doing right now, but
that's pretty much what he said. It's the script of the actor. If you get
if you've seen the behind the scenes, John Boyega probably started the dance off. Oscar Isaac owned the dance off.
That is true.
Well, I mean,
the man dances. He dances.
Dune Daddy gets it.
We're not gonna talk about Oscar Isaac.
Look. If you've seen Ex Machina, you know the man got some moves. The man got moves.
Smooth. Lord Jesus, carry me away.
I'm like, this dude is doing disco, and yet it works.
It works.
Okay.
I'm an Oscar
I didn't mean to get you pregnant. I mean, girl, we gonna talk after the show. I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I'll tell you.
Lord
hey, Oscar.
This is why I need Blerd Events after dark. I gotta figure this out.
You have fans.
Oh my God!
Not crazy fans. We're
crazy.
No. Full respect. Full respect.
Yeah, but you have
really shoot your shot respectfully.
It's respectfully. Respect.
If his wife wasn't in the room, I would have.
We are objectifying you respectfully, all the love in our hearts, with the utmost sincerity.
Oh Lord!
I wish you nothing but the best in your life. May your mother and father continue to be blessed.
That's right. Blessings upon your house. Hey to your wife.
Oh my God!
There you go, and the kids.
And the kids.
Amen.
In the other trailer that was released, Ahsoka was released.
Yes. My gosh.
This last time we seen Ahsoka was in Mandalorian season 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or was it Boba Fett? No, it wasn't Boba.
No, you're right. You're right.
No.
Because we look at Boba Fett as like it started out Boba Fett and then it went to like season 2.5 of Mandalorian. So
I think you're right because he had to go pick up Grogu from the
he had
plant.
to go pick
No,
Grogu
it was Boba. It was Boba.
Yeah, it was. That's the last time we seen her. Rosario Dawson kicking ass, just doing her thing, and this was fun. This was really good, and I'm like, I was waiting for her. Oh God,
I wasn't sure about her at first. I really wasn't sure. I just
once he showed improved.
But then I saw her in Mandalorian. I was like, I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I can admit it. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't get it. It didn't. The synapses.
No, Cerece.
You had a moment.
You're not wrong. It is okay to have doubts until validated. I will side with you on that.
That's fine.
But I saw her and I was like, oh, you got it, girl. You got it. So then I heard they were doing the series. I was like, naturally, this is what you should do next because she obviously owns.
We need this story.
Yeah,
so
we need this.
No, she was wonderful.
So here's this trailer for Ahsoka, the long-awaited series. We're gonna play that one right now.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war. For others, power.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return.
as heir to the Empire.
We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Very few things my pulse race at the sight of them. It should not be a trailer for a goddamn TV show. It should not be that. But it is this. It is this. Literally, like breathing harder. Pulse is actually elevated. Oh.
You're welcome, Queen Jasmine. This is what I'm here for. Damn.
Another one.
Another one.
This, it's just it was. That's all I kept hearing. Thanks to Kira, in the chat. She was just like, and another one,
right?
And another one. And another one. It was. This looked really good. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera. Natasha Leah Bordizzo as Sabine Wren. Even the suit looks nice.
Yep.
Suit is crisp.
Crisp.
Toys.
And if you're not paying attention, we had Ezra Miller. I didn't grab his picture, but we had Ezra Miller.
Whoa.
I gotta pull it up.
No, not Ezra Miller.
I'm not. What did I say? Oh,
boy,
Ezra Bridger.
Don't
Good Lord.
Lord,
I'm glad you said it. I'm like, what did you say there?
You almost gave Kira a heart attack
on my show. Rebuke in the name of Jesus.
Lord, I need to be dipped in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, or Lake Erie, whichever one.
I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if Minnetonka. From the look she's giving you right now,
she might go for the living waters of Mandalore at this point.
Oh, Lord.
That'll work.
No, but it does. It's a here it is. I can grab it up there real quick. Iman Azandi as Fondi as Ezra Bridger. Here we go. There we go.
Lord,
and he actually looks like him from the cartoon from Rebels. Like the nose. I'm like, this was a shoe in. That's Ezra. And I was like, oh, I'm outdone. I'm done. I'm done. But here's the thing. When they mentioned Thrawn, me and Lady Mandalore were like, oh yeah.
It's a wrap. My body's ready. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Lars Mikkelsen. I got first looks of Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn. There he is. Don't ask.
Ooh.
Don't ask.
Ooh.
But it.
Who you screenshot stole? I'll tell him.
Reddit did it.
Somebody's big old apple head right in the middle of the damn view. Rude.
Look, I tell you this what.
We got enough though. We know it's real. Identity verified.
They don't call me the man on the wall for nothing. I'm gonna get my files. Me and Nick got an understanding. But yeah, this is a vibe. This whole Star Wars celebration was a vibe. They've already announced it for Japan for next year, but I'm not going to Japan.
B it's 2025. It's not even 24. 25.
And just it's chills. This entire setup, and that's just those two Star Wars trailers. They talked about the Acolyte. They talked about the stuff Dave Filoni is writing, stuff that John Favreau. I'm like, y'all not holding up. Y'all.
Skeleton Crew, final season of the Bad Batch.
Season 3 for the Bad Batch. They're still making announcements. Still.
Oh, they're gonna get all that money.
Oh my god.
They can have
Every
it.
last dime. That's right.
The mouse
long as-
collect on that investment.
Somewhere
As long
right
as that
now.
stock go up.
Yeah, that's somewhere the mouse and George Lucas are sitting back and they're just like, I never thought. Yes, I didn't either, but you know, I'm glad we did. You know,
Mickey going.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Just look at us. It's that Paul Rudd from Hot Ones. I'm like, look at us. Who would have thought it, huh? You know, it's a lot of fun knowing, and it does my heart proud knowing that we're seeing these iconic characters because they're coming from iconic roles, you know, already. You know, Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars really did like
set the map.
It set the map. Dave Filoni was behind that, and it set the map. And he was like, now.
But the funny part about it was that started in the same way Disney Vision started, because they did not give the Clone Wars and Clone Wars Rebel a shot.
No,
they expected that to really be a one and done, and look at it now.
Was it 20 almost 15 years later?
Yeah. And it's a major thing. It's a major Bad Batch. It's a major thing. These are, I'm like, who would have thought that these were the stories that we were looking forward to, that we were waiting on, that we deserved? You know, y'all talk about us in superhero movies. I'm like, it's the same. I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm a fan of all this stuff. So
you don't get fatigued.
There's no fatigue involved.
Not at all.
When y'all be like, I'm tired of it. No, my dear.
No, you're not. You
didn't pace yourself. That's the problem. Yeah.
I'm like, especially when you see certain characters we've always wanted to see come up on the main, whether it's the movie screen or television screen or just a short. The fact that you get to see them. Like again, when Thrawn was announced, and then you saw Lars Mikkelsen's, tall but yet he doesn't got, that man doesn't have to act. He just stands there and just looks menacing.
Yeah,
that's all he does.
Those Mikkelsens, they're something else, because it's just like, okay.
Between Lars or Matt, it's like you got Thrawn or you got Hannibal. Either way, stand still, don't do nothing.
It's a problem.
Wait, they're not related. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck? All right, fine.
Yes, Hannibal and Thrawn are related.
It's just like it's like the Scar. It's like the It's like the Hemsworths and the Skarsgårds.
Yeah,
they're all related.
Yep.
I can't see, but I don't see. Like it don't.
The acting without the acting without saying nothing is there. Just that somber stare into the camera. It's there for both of them.
Good God.
They've gone to the school of Giancarlo Esposito. That's where they've gone to. Like,
let me tell you a story with just my eyes.
Right. They sit around the round table and try to psych each other. Imagine that poker game.
Hey,
God.
Gus.
I want the three of them in a room together.
Gus Thrawn.
I see you holding a pet of Jacks.
They all sitting across from each other, and Denzel Washington's in the room. I'm leaving here with something.
What you got over there?
No, you not.
No, but I am so excited for what was brought to Star Wars Celebration. Is like our precursor to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
it's like our precursor to that. It's like the warm up, and we're just like, all right, what's in your court? I was like, what else you got? Because right now we're just ready, and it's just April.
Yeah.
I said it before. This summer is going to be wild.
Yeah,
summer is going to be wild.
I'm telling you, by September, we're gonna sit like this.
Not the itis post cookout.
Oh wait, y'all got pound cake? Hold on.
What? Not the itis post cookout when the ribs and the hot dogs all meet at the same time.
Yeah.
Y'all still got cobbler left? Wait a minute. All right, hold on. Let me go upstairs and just change my pants.
Change my pants.
Where's my pro pill for my heart?
Words.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be. But I am. I'm excited for what the Star Wars celebration brought to the table. I'm excited for the Marvels. My God. They just gave us a taste, a tidbit of what's going on with Loki season 2. So we ain't even got that trailer just yet. Like they were like, oh, you thought that was the no, we're not. Oh, we are far from that. We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to our guest, Cerece Murphy, and we're going to talk about her books. We're going to talk about Virtuous Con. We're going to talk about Black women in sci-fi and fantasy, and we will be right back. Wrong commercial.
This just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day or end it. There's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store.
These are just wonderful. I do.
I'll give you one more. Do you like your pancakes patted? Your biscuits buttered? Your cakes fluffy? Then you should get Mother Butters. I put that on everything. Pasta, veggies, rice, and everything nice. Mother Butters will get you right. Oh yeah, GMO free, and for those who are vegan, Mother Butters has a non-dairy option. That's right. There's enough Mother Butters for everyone to enjoy. Get Mother Butters from your local grocery store. Hey man! What you doing in my kitchen?
Where do you even
I'm a evil genius. I have Doom and Lex Luthor as my
advisor
support system. Geek Bar said, yeah, toss salad and scrambled eggs. But we have our guest with us. I'm gonna put her up front here. Let's get her here, and there we go.
Oh my God.
Yes. It's fine. You're fine. Cerece Murphy, we are here to talk about what you have brought to the table. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where we should end. So we'll just start with an award-winning writer of Black sci-fi books such as The Seers, Hunter, which is your latest one. And here we go. So the pictures right there. Hunger, Order of the Seers.
Yeah.
And these covers sold. We're very visual people.
That's right.
We like to take that on. And also Virtuous Con. So let's start off with Virtuous Con.
Okay.
How did that come to the birth of Virtuous Con? How did that come about?
Okay, but first of all, thank you for that. But before we start, you said something that I've got to correct. You said I'm the first Black woman to run a sci-fi convention, and that, thank God, is not true.
Okay.
There have been wonderful women before me that started Blerd City Con and MomoCon. And I want to acknowledge them because they are the ground, they are the foundation that I'm building on. Maybe
I stand corrected.
Yeah, maybe first Black woman for a online sci-fi convention.
Yes.
But they started their in-person conventions years and years and years, when I wasn't even thinking about it. So I want to acknowledge them first because they fought battles I didn't have to.
I am not above being corrected. I'm very humble.
The good news is, thank God that's not true. I mean, it would be really tragic if it was. But,
So the birth of Virtuous Con. Yeah. How did you come about?
So, it's 2020, everything's shutting down, and I credit my whole writing career to sci-fi conventions because when I started with my first book, Order of the Seers, in 2012. The message was pretty clear. There was no audience for my book. because Black people didn't read sci-fi. White people didn't read Black authors, and no one read science fiction from a woman. This is a quote, like somebody actually said to me, which is I know. I'm saying you, lady, like,
Yeah,
exactly. That was I was like, well, obviously you don't know what you're talking about because I am Black and I read sci-fi. So, and I'm not alone. I mean, it just Toni Morrison proves that everybody reads Black women. But story, I was like, you are nonsense. So,
like, just tell me you don't read yourself. Just tell me that.
Right. Just admit it. It's the help you need. So
that's all I need to know.
But fortunately, the quickest way to get me to do something is to tell me I can't do it. So, whatever. But I say all that to say, when I did my first sci-fi convention, I sold to every type of person. I broke down all of those notions. And so I know how important sci-fi conventions are to independent creators, Black independent creators. So 2020 is coming around, things are shutting down and people are going virtual. But what's happening, the panels are great. What's happening with the vendors, with the artists, is they're giving us links to put in some chat room or something like that. And to be an independent creator, by definition, means no one knows who you are. How we sell our stuff is we introduce ourselves, we tell you about our products and why we're passionate about it, and that's how we make that sale. So I knew we needed an alternative because if links sold stuff, we would all stay home. I was looking for a way to recreate the in-person experience for independent creators, particularly Black creators, because it was also 2020 and it was everybody remembers that time. It was, it's always difficult, but it was particularly horrible. And I was very aware, like I said, I have 2 kids, and I kept thinking, what do I tell them? What do I tell them to keep them hopeful? Because I can't, tell them you are a hunted species. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a way forward. And I really thought, what will I do? And I really thought back, I was like, how did our ancestors do this? And I came through a lot of prayer and thought, I just realized no matter what was going on with us, we built. When the dogs were chasing us, when it was, threat of death, we taught ourselves how to read. When they were burning down our cities, we were still investing in the education of our children. No matter what was going on, Black people build. And I thought, that's what I need to do. So it became a focus from independent creators, but really to focus on Black creators, because I knew there was a narrative about us. Hollywood loves a mad, bad, sad narrative about Black people. But the truth is, to be Black is a spectacular, joyous experience most of the time. That's the community I know. That's the community I live in. That's the reality that I live in. And independent Black creators are telling those expansive stories about us all the time. In fact, many times that's why they're independent, because they can't get published with traditional sources that only want mad, bad, and sad stories about us. So I thought, how can I lift this narrative that I know is already out there of Black people doing expansive, wonderful things, and help people discover that in this BS that we are dealing with right now? And that is the birth of Virtuous Con.
Now, your latest one was what, in February? It was this last one was in February.
Yes.
This was one in the weekend that it happened. I'm like, I would be out of town and not be able to be near my computer.
Like, don't worry, the links for all the vendors that were there are still on our website, and you can get access to all the panels, which were absolutely amazing, so humbling.
Let me give you this. Come on down. There we go. All right. That's what I want. That's what I'm talking about. I
Stop
needed
him,
that. I
Lady
needed.
Mandalore. Stop him.
No, he right.
No.
He keeps the electricity on. I can't tell him no. Literally, if I say the wrong thing, it's boop.
No, I don't believe that. You're welcome.
Jasmine LaFleur says thank you for Jasmine LaFleur says thank you for Virtuous Con. She's an amazing person. Queen Jasmine.
She did an amazing panel at Virtuous Con this year. We're so grateful because again, that narrative of joy and beauty that is everything in our community. You know, Jasmine has been doing that with Black Bay Day. She's been doing that. It makes me happy every time I click on Instagram and see some little brown fairy. It just makes my day. And that's what we need. That's what we need to remind us that we are a spectacular people with a spectacular tradition. And regardless of the narrative, the popular narrative, the vast majority, the reality is that we are spectacular beings and we should move in that vein all day, every day.
This is what I find enjoyable is knowing that there are women of color working in writing these like you said, these fantastic narratives that we really have been wanting for a very long time.
That's right.
You know, me and Lady Mandalore have said it time and time again. We are huge fans of what's the show, Kira?
Oh my God! Wait, no, there's so many. Oh, you caught me off guard. Oh wait, you know I've been drinking. What's wrong with you, man?
Okay,
you can't be calling me on the spot like that. Good Lord, yeah, that one too.
We're a huge fan. We're huge fans of Misha Green, and what she brought to the table and what she had planned. Lord have mercy on our soul. We were in for a ride.
Yeah.
And I still hope to pray that one day we get that, but
we will
in some form. But when we see stories that really exemplify us and lift us up and put us in a way and put us in a light where we get to really tell that positive spin and say, hey, we don't have to be these negative images, these negative narratives, and not only that, but be magical on top of that.
Yeah. Right.
Do you imagine a legion of people of color being literally walking around with magic? It's a wrap. I mean, obviously we're gonna have a couple bad eggs in the bunch, but that's okay. We hold them accountable. But
yeah, it's the full spectrum of our reality, which is not defined by tragedy.
Right.
This full spectrum of our reality is defined by triumph.
Right.
Triumph.
Right.
Over anything that stands in our way for 400 years.
Right, so proud of the we are magic.
That's just a fact.
I've heard this narrative. I've heard the narrative several times. Like, how do we keep going? We are resilient. We are a tough species. We have seen worse and overcome and been better for it. And we just
This is where I usually take
of trauma. Exactly.
This is where I usually take a line from Magneto. We are simply the better people, and say it with zero F's to give.
That's true. It's the truth.
We are simply the better people.
We are the better.
And to have it reinforced through sheer acts of cruelty and laziness. You did not help yourselves. You literally, y'all. I mean, I'm sorry. I got New York City in my whole background, but I
that's all right. What I would say is this: I don't know if any other group could have done this, but they didn't. We did, and so I think all of the experiences that we've had. I always say, they say we're the descendants of the enslaved and the downtrodden. And we're the descendants of the triumphant. We're the descendants of the smartest, the strongest, the fastest, the funniest, because everybody else died. Everyone else died.
This is true.
When you have that legacy, what can't you do?
Right.
What can't you do? And could other people have done it? Maybe, but there's only one group that did. And when you have that condition running through your blood, you look at your skin and you know what it costs to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It is a tremendous inspiration for me. It lets me know if I can get over myself, I can literally do anything I want.
Mm-hmm.
I speechless.
That's pretty awesome. And I got around
it's
with
rare for me.
I mean, it's you. I mean, you have a wonderful point. How many times have we heard that in really that same statement echoed in movies and books such as yours, as you as an accomplished author? It's always been, it's been said different ways, but the message is still the same. How can you see yourself as inferior when you literally look at your ancestors and go how superior they were, and at the same time you come from them and this beat you? See, that's why for most of us, I know in my mind it's kind of like a big Vegeta thing. Like I will insult myself to get me where I need to be. And it's terrible. It's a mental thing.
Take
I know.
the short route, honey. Take the short route. You don't take a long walk.
It's a terrible approach, but it works. But still,
okay.
But it's a solid point, though. I mean, you look at what has been done in every aspect of the human condition. You will find us. History, you find us. Finance, you find us. Inventions,
livelihood.
Things that have helped to advance our civilization.
Unstoppable. We are unstoppable. And it's not surprising though.
Yeah.
Because you just give us an inch. Ooh, we know what to do with an inch, boy. We'll run a company with an inch. We'll change the world with them.
When you literally have a black woman who just recently discovered a way to kill cancer cells using lasers.
Yeah.
And y'all
if you would just fund us, we would fix it.
Yeah.
Well, eventually we will. We will fund ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's the goal. That's the goal at this point.
Like you don't have to worry. Misha Green just needs to hold on to that story. Eventually, we're going to create a network and a highway where we will get our stuff done. Like that's going to happen.
When you look at black men and black women who are really paving the way, and I read an article yesterday because Tyler Perry and Byron Allen are in a bidding war over BET. And I said, but the word bidding war is such a strong word when it's just two black men that just want to take back a company and make it black again.
Pretty much.
So we don't have to watch Baby Boy 24/7, so put quality television on there. But when you have black women who are in advancing in medicine and education, and black men who are standing up in Congress and will stay in places of government. Shout out to those brothers down there in Tennessee. Yeah. That's Huey and Riley Freeman energy all day.
Yeah. Dude, I ain't never in my life thought I would see the living embodiment of Huey and Riley in a state room.
Yeah,
in
Tennessee, these brothers cussed you out without cussing you out. They put you on blast to the point where they were like, "You got to let us back in."
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. One's already back in, and the next vote's tomorrow. So they'll both be back in by the end of the week. But I'm just, being the fact I live in Nashville, I just kind of feel like like I said, Cerece, I'm petty, so. Understand what I'm about to say right now. It's coming from an area of petty where I literally will walk around Nashville and just ask people, "How do you feel?" I want to go up to every one of those that was against it and be like, "So how are you? Are you okay?" I just want to make sure. That's why I said I'm petty, but I love it. I love it because I have been saying about my state that it is progressively backwards. It really, truly is. But to see two shining lights like that and the way they got dogged out and kicked out, only be welcomed back in. It's like it's like getting kicked. It's like you think somebody can get fired from their job, but they come back in and get promoted, and they have to. You have to report to them
when their white counterpart literally puts it on blast. She's like, I can imagine why they got put out. when she calls it out,
and she didn't, and she didn't,
and
right,
yeah.
She was like, can you? I'm like, that's allyship.
Yeah, when she said
You put them on blast. You put them on blast. You know, it's just like, do you really need to break that narrative? We know what it is.
But it needs to be. But it needs to be said. You need to make certain bleached whales uncomfortable. You need to make them completely. You need to make them so uncomfortable that if they look at a Hershey's chocolate bar, they wince. I want that type of uncomfortable.
Off camera for that. I think they are. I think that's why you see people. Yeah, but you know, Public Enemy talked about that. But
I'm
not gonna get there.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this is the beauty of us, knowing that we are the magic that we think of in terms of fairy dust and everything else isn't just that. It's the fact that we have a resilience and determination in our blood that is unmatched, really.
It's a legacy. It's a powerful legacy.
When we touch something, we take it over.
Well, we don't take. We don't take opportunities for granted. We can't afford to. Right. Our ancestors taught us that.
Right.
You know, we understand that we need to show up prepared and excellent. Fortunately, we don't have to guess at how to do that. You know, it is impossible to be perfect, but our ancestors had to be perfect or they would die. Yeah. And so they taught us what exceptionalism is.
Yes.
In so many ways. So, I mean, with virtual, and like I said, with the independent creators, independent Black creators that we feature and we promote and we support at Virtuous Con, they are all telling these stories. You don't have to look far. Literally, if you go on Virtuous Con site, you click the vendor page, go down there and be amazed, be encouraged. These are things you can give your children. These are things you can use to encourage yourself. You know, we've got all kinds of things that are happening. And the challenge is just discovering what's out there, because we don't have to consume crap. Like there are so many Black creators making excellent things all day long in film, in books, in comics, in graphic novels, in visual arts.
Now, I'm gonna give you a list for those who are watching and listening. Here's a list of the people who were just on the 2023 guest list. Yatini Badaki from American Gods, Anika Nani Rose, Nicholas Ivy Draper, you know, or Draper Ivy. I'm sorry, Draper Ivy. You know, Akela Cooper, who wrote Megan, and a couple other horror films. You know, just it goes on. Kara Mahorn, friend of the show. You know, it's just it goes on and on. Sebastian Jones, Tanya DePaz, Jasmine, Queen Jasmine. You know, Vita Ayala. This is a who's who of greatness. Like, they bring something to the table you can't see anywhere else,
right?
You know,
or that you've been longing to see. You didn't. You may not even known that this is what you needed, but it's here. The magic's there, baby. Y'all, all y'all have to do is follow the breadcrumb trail. They exist. They're out there.
I mean, it's just like, and I'm gonna use this in best terms for those who are watching and listening. I've been to several different comic book conventions. Really have. Most of them are white ran, you know, is what it is. But then when you go to somewhere like BlerdCon or MomoCon, or even like I attended this week, Blerd Bash, you know, my wife, who's not even into comics, but she's into the comics culture as far as shows and stuff, you know, I'm showing her footage and they're doing the Cupid Shuffle on the dance floor. And she was like, see, I would go to that. And I'm like, see, she was like, where do you see that at? And I was like, here in BlerdCon, you're not going to see that much anywhere else.
Right.
You know, you're just not. We bring magic to the table because we are magic. There's no other way to put that.
It's vibe.
It's a vibe.
It is
feel at
Chris.
ease. You feel at
Yeah.
ease. You feel comfortable.
It's funny,
You
Chris,
feel
because
empowered.
but you said it at the beginning. It is literally a family reunion.
Yeah.
When we all get together, it is a family reunion. You just missing the uncle that's got the pool and the overcooked barbecue. You just missing the endless table spread with about 90 different things and 4 baked potato salad as a competition.
I mean, even
or
and
mac
we're
and
not
cheese.
and for the sake of keeping everything copacetic, we've even seen certain creatives be bullied, and we've held the other creatives accountable for that.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
And
I've never been more proud of us.
Yeah, we are a legion.
They asked for the smoke.
They asked for it.
They
And
asked
we
for
gave
the
it to them.
Well, we don't
So,
play.
Yeah,
You know.
it's literally if you ever see, like, when you hear stories about the Black Panthers and everything else, like, no, we don't want your police in the neighborhood. We'll take care of who robbed Mr. Hooper's store on the corner. We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. We not gonna.
It won't happen again. I assure you.
They're gonna be fine, but we're gonna take care of it. Trust me.
Very much.
So we hold them accountable. We will put your foot to the fire and everything else. So when you have Black women in that charge of being powerful, empowering, and loving at the same time, and creative, it does something. Especially to Black men who might have been knocked down a couple pegs, who are worn, who are torn up, or whatever. It takes that kind word. It takes that push. That it's something about a Black woman that it just
ignites it. It ignites you.
You are the fire.
Yeah.
We keep you warm, or we could burn you. Don't.
Right. Exactly.
Fire. One way or the other.
I'd rather prefer the warm side of things. I do not want a Lisa Left Eye situation. Please
no, exactly. I don't mean that.
That was a misunderstanding. She just didn't understand. Didn't have an understanding of chemistry.
Like my fire.
We got what Lisa was going for, but she's like, I told you.
But
a little bigger than she thought.
Y'all are. Dang it! I lost the words for a second. Someone has sat there and said the beautiful thing about a Black woman is the fact that she is literally a walking being of creation to which she inspires every time she speaks. She enlightens every time that she touches. She heals every time she I can't remember the whole thing, but anyway, look, forgive me. It's been a long time. It's been a long day, so I don't remember every poem. But they try to explain it in such a way where it's just like a Black woman is magic. At the end of the poem, it says a Black woman is magic. So that's why it's just like whenever a person as yourself or Kira or Jasmine or anybody out there. Whenever y'all create something, you do inspire not just other women, but you do inspire Black men as well. So it's like that's the ability that we have as a people. Like if you see something that you may have already had an idea about, or just couldn't feel like you had to act on it, you really couldn't bring yourself to do it fruition. You see somebody else turn around and do the same thing. It's like, oh, well, if they pulled it off, why can't I do it? So you kind of have that encouragement / inspire level that y'all do. And plus, y'all kind of look hot when you do it. I'm not going to lie about that. Y'all get attractive as hell. Look, I'm going to be honest.
It happens.
You're so funny.
It happens.
Y'all are attractive as hell when y'all know y'all did something. Let's just be honest.
Well, I have a whole team of them. You can see our whole team. It's thank you. I mean, you know this, Lady Mandel. You come from a tradition of it. You know what I mean? You see it. It's how we're taught to move through the world.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out some of the women who are just in the comments alone, who I have seen tear things up, like just in their presence. One of them, I'm going to say, Prowess to Testament.
There you go.
Dope female MC. She puts in work. When the teacher himself, when the philosopher KRS-One locks it in, says, yeah, you know, I've just seeing her stuff and hearing her music, prowess to testament is the truth. Jasmine LaFleur is another one. Queen Jasmine for Black Fayday. She's handling business. Lainey from Geek by Heart. She writes for the Blerd's Eye View movie section, for the horror section. Thank you. Candy B, who was the first lady of Blerd's Eye View, now Lady Mandalore. You women bring something to the table that I can't. I seek you women out. Because
if y'all would just listen,
that's why I brought
would be a lot.
No.
We can turn left sometimes, but then at the same time, I'm like, she gonna get me. Let me shut up.
No, it's it's this beautiful synergy. You know what I mean? But yeah, listening a little more would help.
I mean,
but
I know that.
Follow.
I mean, I'm an Aries. I can be a little bullheaded.
Listen, yeah, you don't have to follow. Do your own thing. I mean, we respect that more than anybody. We have to define ourselves for ourselves. So
yes,
I mean, listening will help. But no, seriously,
I will say that. I will say listening does help because like I said, I was at an event this weekend and Candy B was there along with Crazy 8 Degrade and a couple of other ones. And I said, Candy, I need you to take this picture. She was like, I am not the photographer. I said, I need you to take the picture. And so she was just like, that's not how you do it. And she was like, pose. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
She's not.
If you want me to do it, we're gonna do it the right way.
Exactly. I know. I looked at her. I'm like, I know. And it was, even 8. Shout out to Crazy 8 Degrade. And his dope nerdcore rapper, and he's on this anti-bullying campaign that I'm along with him on. And she manages 8. So if something is needed, he's like, talk to B. He's just like.
That listening.
Talk to me.
Get to the end.
We're gonna get this situated. So, but shout out to people like that, to women like that who really are standing up, who really are in their truth, in their strength, and just being magical. Like shit, there's really no other way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, when you hear those old stories about your grandmother and your great grandmother and how they instilled words of life into you for whatever and having a way of conveying it where you felt better, that was the medicine.
Yeah, it's an incredible path to follow. Like I said, and because I don't like to feel despair. You know what I mean? Because this isn't the worst. We've survived far worse than what we are dealing with right now. And to know that and have that legacy and just to focus on building, like I said. So when you see that guest list, these are all people that are building. If you didn't know there were people who own their own anime company in Japan, we had Dare Tajio last year at Virtuous Con. So now there's everything you're thinking of. We are doing it. We are in that space. Someone is creating a road for you to follow. And I just it's just so important because that's how, at least that's my contribution to this brick, to this building that we continually do. So yeah, I mean, when I'm shooting February, putting on a convention is no light duty.
No, I know. I've heard stories. I've heard stories.
Literally scroll through our guest list and just smile at all the brown faces smiling back at me. I'm like, this is why it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm still doing this. But it's just, it's a circle. That's actually what Virtuous Con is about, a virtuous circle. That's why our logo, fans giving back to artists and artists giving back to other artists and fans, and this just us edifying each other. And as an independent creator, that has been, I wouldn't know where I would be without independent creators pulling me inside and be like, hey, listen, this is what I did. Let me help you out. This can help you. And me doing that for other people. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful space. And I know it hasn't been that for everybody. I've been very fortunate to keep my bubble tight. keep it tight.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have friends, Kirama, who tells me, "Oh no, avoid this, avoid that," because she's, had to go
She
out there
knows.
and
She
fight those
knows.
battles. And so, yeah, my friends keep my bubble tight. So it's been a really beautiful virtuous circle, but that's the intention again behind the convention, is to give that back and keep that cycle of us helping each other, supporting each other going.
I love this. Let's talk about these books.
Okay.
When I see the words award-winning author, I'm just like, whoo, we talking big time. I'm gonna bring some of them out. So we got your latest one is Hunger, correct?
Yes, The Hunger. It's the prologue to the work that I'm actually gonna be writing when we get off. Yeah, I have like a scene I want to write. So yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, so it's just the beginning, and that's not even like it's a prologue, but I realize there's a whole other prologue. Right. So yeah, so that is the latest. But I'm also working on a children's book.
Look at that.
It's 5 short stories. Oh, I'm so excited about it.
So
that's going on too.
You have, and I'm going to get these books because this book, the Seer, about the Seers.
Yes.
Order of the Seers.
I just started it.
Kira,
I'm only an hour.
Give me your
ma'am. You. Okay, so I'm listening to it because I got no. You ain't got to. We ain't gonna fight. We ain't gonna fight. I can't convey the way that you write in an acceptable form because I'm listening to it as an audiobook, but I see myself. It's weird. I see myself reading the words on the paper and then still being able to put a visual.
It's gonna make me cry
in my head. Like it's I read for full comprehensive, cohesive storytelling. If I can picture the person taking each and every step as they're talking to the person that's alongside them and imagining that there's a car or something that's driving along them that's kind of creepy. You got me. I'm good. Like if I'm like, holy shit, this person is, I feel like I'm this person that they're talking to in the story, and I'm talking back to them. You got it. You got boo cakes. I don't care how old this book is, 10 years or not. This is brand new to me. It feels like it's something that just came out this year. Like something that everybody is still. Y'all need to go read this book. Y'all need to go read it.
I'm working on
the second. I'm working on getting the second and the third book audio book out. So I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Will.
No. I can't. I really wish I could express the way this book has me excited to read. I've been trying to get back into more into reading in general, but this book is something. It's another turn of the wheel. It keeps me going. It makes me hungry to continue reading again. It's really it's excellent. Excellent.
And that is your 5-star review from Lady Mandalore.
I need this to be a show.
Oh my goodness.
Need this to be a show.
Okay.
I need this to to be a show.
Thank you so much.
I likes.
A lot.
I was gonna say I like it a lot.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
You have written, according to Kira, you've written amazing work because I haven't gotten into mine yet. I'm reading another book from a writer, a Black female writer here in Cleveland, who is in the same thing. Her name was Brashia Angelin. So I'm engulfed. I don't mind. I love to read, and what locks me in is just how Kira said it. If I can envision what that character is doing. We had Erin Brown on a couple weeks ago, and she's an amazing writer. And Will actually got some of her stuff. He got stuff during the show, and like he was ordering it during the show.
I ordered it during the show and started reading, and I'm not going.
So when we
Will is want to do,
yeah. So when I see his eyes darting, I'm like, he's already on it. So.
I was like, that audiobook is okay, cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So when I see great works from Black women and like when they mention Octavia Butler, when they talk about stuff like Kindred and Beloved and stuff and stories like that, and and then like you look at Lovecraft Country in the episode where you deal with, I can't remember her name right now. Hippolyta, her in her entire episode.
Oh my
and I was just I had to take a step back. I watch a lot of shows more than once. That's an episode I've watched so many times. Because of what was involved and when they went Josephine Baker, and then they turned around and did the homie Amazon tribe, and I'm like, I know who they are because I read about them years ago. I know who they are, so I was excited, and then you got the future stuff going, and I'm like, stop it.
It was so powerful. I've watched that episode because at the time in my life where I was, literally, I felt like that episode just reached out to me. Friends called me because I wasn't watching it, because a lot of times I'll be behind on stuff because I'm writing. That's how I write, is I don't generally watch a lot of TV. It just, so I got like a stack of stuff that I need to watch, but they called me and they were like, this episode, yeah, you need to watch. It was powerful. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so I don't even know where to begin. How do you even start off to start your story? What is your process?
I dream all my stories.
Oop.
So
I need one, whatever Kira drinking.
No, I'm serious.
Sorry.
So
That
I
did it right there.
I never was supposed to be a writer. I'm an avid reader. I love a good story. And now that I write, I love a good story even more. Because when I'm in a book and when I'm reading a good book, I didn't have to write. I'm like, oh yes, dude. I know this was a lot of work. Yes, thank you that I didn't have to write. It is just the most joyous thing to read a great book that I didn't have to write. I'm like, whoo, yes. I tell all the aspiring writers that I meet, they're like, oh, I'm trying. I'm like, I need something to read. You need to get on with that. Write something.
Crank that out.
Because when I'm finished with this book, I need your book. So come on. But so I never, this is not a dream come true. This is beyond my wildest dreams. So, okay, so with Order of the Seers, I was washing the dishes in like 2010, and I had this vision, like, of a man with a sort of ashen film over his eyes, over his skin, and cataract-like eyes, ash blonde hair, even though he was a Black man from Tanzania. I knew that he was a seer. I knew he was enslaved for that ability. I knew that there was a drug called Iridium, and I had that name in my head. That was the reason for his, I'm not giving you too many spoilers. There was the reason for his appearance.
I'm gonna finish this book no matter what.
I knew there were people all over the world who were suffering that same fate. And I was so excited that I had an original idea, a sci-fi. Like, I've been a fan since I was that little girl in Star Wars. I was like, oh. And I didn't know at the time if I could write it, but I knew I would try. And every story that I write comes to me, and I write down, again, I write either, as much of it as I could see. I'll write an outline. It depends on sort of where I am at the time. And I'm committed to writing every story that comes to me. And that's my process. So I write it down, then I write a story outline, I write a chapter outline, because like I said, I have 2 kids. And if I wait until I have inspiration to write, it will literally never happen. So I need a roadmap when I get a chance to sit down. So I write the story outline and the chapter outline because it helps me work out all the plot of the story, all the what's going to happen. I see the things that aren't making sense, the plot holes, and I work that out in the story and the chapter outline before I ever write. I sit down to write. I can do that in the grocery store. I can do that while I'm driving somebody to soccer practice. I can do that. You know what I mean? So that when I get time to write, I'm always excited, but I'm tired. But then something happens because I sit down and I don't have to think about what I'm going to write. I already told myself that when I wasn't tired. So now I'm like, okay, chapter 1. What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. Liam and Lily go to the circus. And literally, then I turn my brain off and the story comes. And then I'm the audience. And all I have to do is write down what I see. I'm following them through the chase. I'm following, and I'm so excited because I want to know too. Because the what is what I write down in the chapter outline, but the how is magic. That you never know, like exactly how this. I just know somebody killed somebody here. How it's always a surprise, and so 10 years in, I'm still the audience, which is just the best.
That's a beautiful way. Number one, I dig your creation process. The fact that you just let the story come out of you, like for you. I get what you're saying. Like, I just like the point of view that you give. Like, the story itself is literally playing before you, and all you're doing is you're just a witness to it. And I'm like, that is such a great visual cue that tells you off the bat what type of author you are. And again, as I'm trying not to read your book and talk to you at the same time, I'm failing miserably, but again, I'm trying to talk to you. But it's still it's like I said, I just like the fact of how you explain your process. That's why I was like, it's beautiful to see literal. It's almost literal storytelling in a way is what you're describing. That's why I'm like, that kind of takes on, because I can only ask Kira, because Kira, like I said, you listen to the audiobook. It just makes you feel like you're there, isn't it? Just from that type of visual cue.
Like, I didn't mean to describe your process back to you.
Well, that's what made my cheeks hurt so much. Because that's literally, I mean,
that's Lady Mandalore for you.
Making your cheeks hurt. But, one compliment at a time. No, but that's what I want. I want you to be there with Lily and Liam. I want you to feel like you are right there. You don't know what's going to happen next. Because I am a very, and you'll see this if you haven't already, I'm not going to describe necessarily what you're wearing. You could dress the characters. That's the great thing about reading, is the book is in your head. It almost, you edit it. It becomes yours, if you let it. And so I'm not going to describe what somebody is wearing, but I will describe what they're feeling, because that's what I want. I want you to be connected to that this is happening, because that's what it's like for me. And so when I write it, this is my test. If I write it and I read it over and I feel what I felt when I saw it in my head, then I know I got it down. If it's not working, then I know I messed up and I got work to do. But it's just because I want that. It's a visceral, being in someone else's head, living someone's life for 300 pages should be this visceral, intimate experience. That's what it's like to write it. And I want it to be that way to read it. Toni Morrison's my favorite writer. And one of the things I love about her work, and I don't know how she did this, is she writes for the way you think, not the way you read. It's not linear. She gives you this over here, this over there. And if you just hold it lightly, your mind will literally put it together. She's a 3D writer. It's crazy. You can taste and smell and touch everything she writes. And if you're just trying to read it line by line, it's so confusing. But if you just let your brain do what it already does, suddenly it just locks in. And I don't do her, but I try to remember that it's a 5 sense experience.
Okay.
So anyway,
the whole time she was doing that, I just bought the first 2 books of the order.
Dude, no.
That's why I was glancing to the side. I'm like, boom, boom, there you go. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, this is one of these conversations where I enjoy so much, because this is why I built this platform. I built this platform for people of color, creatives to come on, talk about these projects, show their love for their projects. It doesn't matter what walk of life they came from. We have a story to tell. We have a project to show. We have a dream project to talk about. We have a to show off. And because it's not getting seen by the likes of the other counterparts, let's just put it like that. They're not seen on the big stage, they're not seen on a big screen or whatever the case may be. But and I've stated it before, and they know I've stated it before, that something happened in 2020 and something happened on December 21st. Where they always said, hey, I think it was supposed to be an eclipse and we're supposed to get our powers. It was called the reawakening. That's what I called it. It's the reawakening because 2020 shut the world down, but it didn't shut down people who really wanted something. I created this show in 2020, so I was just like, I love comics, I love gaming, I love anime, I love all this stuff. But then it became something more, and I said, there's other people out there who, like yourself, got a story to tell. And I had to. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't put them on and give them this platform to say, hey, this ain't even about me.
Right.
This is about the creatives out there. This is about the Carl Jones. This is about the 9B collectives. This is about the Aaron Browns. This is about the Jason Michael Primroses. This is about the Malachi Baileys. This is about the Cerece Murphys. This is about Shakira Gatling. This is about all of these writers and these actors. This is about Crazy 8 the Great. This is about hieroglyphics. This is about all these people who have brought something to a table that otherwise would not be seen.
And it's going to lift us. It's going to lift us as we climb, as opposed to tear us down and tell us what we're not. No, I feel that. I saw that in your mission statement. I saw it, and I really appreciate it, because we need all we can to continue to remember that we rise. Every day the story is something else.
Yes.
But it's not true. It's not true. And I'm so grateful to all the creators who are singing another song, and we just need to amplify that so that becomes able to drown out the noise. So we can focus on who we are and what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Be great all day.
Oh man. This conversation is amazing.
For having me.
We love having you. You have no idea.
I called it out the gate.
Every time. So basically what happens is when I start getting guests together and everything else, I always let the team know this is who we're having on. This is what they do, this is what they're about. And I swear to God, Kira's face lights up every time. She's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
I think her and Kira gonna start serving family trees because they both had lightsabers and they were both green.
I look for you're in New York. Are you going to Schaumburg this weekend? Oh, I'm there.
I can only go. I know.
Oh, that
Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm there Saturday.
All right,
Come by. I don't know what table
I'll see you on Saturday.
We got to do.
I will see you on Saturday. You say nothing.
I'm sorry. I mean, hey guys, but
Lady Mandalore, take your Blerd coin with you and stop by a Taco Noir.
Oh shit! Yeah,
because they over there.
Oh
yeah,
oh,
he's gonna be there. Yeah.
So,
but I get food this week too.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. Like,
no, y'all are good.
This is what we do. This is what we do.
No, we are gonna hook up. We hooking up. No, sis.
I feel that's gonna be right. Y'all gonna be like, we are related. I just want to sit there and say I told you.
This is one of them things. This is one of them things where and I don't necessarily pat myself on the back for it. I'm just proud to see it progress. When I see women of color and men of color out here putting it on, just putting it on, and they're doing their thing, and it just makes me proud when I see people like Jasmine LaFleur and Black Fade, go to the lengths that is going. And that's what April 30th, out there in Texas, they're doing the Royals ball. When I see stuff like that, it's like we really are magical.
Yep.
And not in a derogatory sense. Like, we have a gift of speech, we have a gift of writing, we have a gift of creation, we have a gift of just perseverance and resiliency, and it's unmatched. It's unmatched. When Magneto speaks, I listen, because it's like he ain't far off the mark about us. Like,
we are simply the better men, child. We are simply the better men.
Sometimes we can't lead, sometimes we can. I mean, I've used that analogy point, even though we joke about it, I've used that analogy. I said, you think about all the times Magneto had flipped the script. He didn't set out to flip the script. They came to his doorstep.
Yeah.
He said, I want to leave this planet and go and have my own asteroid. It ain't on nobody's planet. This asteroid ain't bothering nobody. And what they want to do, he's up there planning something. Why? Well, you just leave him alone.
Yes, I'm planning to mind my goddamn business. Nobody asked me to come here.
They took and terraformed Mars, and what the Earth do? What the governments of Earth do? They're up there planning something. They're minding their business.
They're minding their business, but we're not good at that. We're always in somebody else's sauce.
Not only they minding their business, they still saving y'all sorry sellers, but y'all just won't leave them alone. So it's stuff when I see creators like yourself out here putting out award-winning work. When I see you putting on the panel, I was so upset when I seen that panel. I was like, I can't have my computer because I want to be in that panel. I want to see it. But you said the links is up. I'm like, something to do now. It's so to see that type of stuff. And just like this, it's an amazing. It really is. It's an amazing feeling when I read great books by great Black authors, and they make you sit down, and they make you think, and they make you feel and experience. Like Kira said it, like. If you can grab me them first, I read all the time. You grab me them first 3 pages, you got me. Ain't no turning back. Because I'm envisioning stuff. Like
once you are invested, that's it. You have passed the point of no return.
Right. What are you doing? I got to finish this chapter. We got to go. I got to finish this chapter.
It's gonna wait.
Yeah. It's a feeling I love. I love when I get it too. Well, each book is different, so I always tell people, if I meet you in person, I'll be like, "What do you like to read?" Because Between Two Seas, which is my latest adult published, it's 4 short stories, and it's so different. It has everything from a murderous fairy fantasy to a sci-fi western, all of which I dreamt. And and it was written in 2020.
Gotcha.
And it definitely informed. I usually write short stories in between the novels just to like sort of get stuff out, but that I had like 4 of them because
it's those type of stories that really, if they're really good, they really grab you, because then you're just like, I need more of whatever that was. This main thing is great, but I need some more of that too.
And that's the beauty about great storytelling. It's addictive.
I hope so. I have a lot of different things that I write. Some people are like, "Oh, you just write so many things," but I never know what's going to come to me. Now my process. If it comes to me, I write it. I have a historical romance. Why? Because
why not?
That's what came to me. Yeah. And I was writing The Last Seer, and it's intense. Just spoiler alert. I was like, I need something easy with no superpowers, because I was crying. And it was such a catharsis to get to the 3rd book. But anyway, and no sooner had I said that than the story came to me, and I had to stop editing the 3rd book and write the outline for what turned out to be To Find You.
Yeah.
I have the children's books which I wrote with my son. So it just.
It's a build. So what is your next project that you can talk about? That
I could talk about. So we have the Summer Creators Workshop coming.
Awesome.
And last summer we launched it. It was the Summer Writing Workshop series, and we had 8 amazing, actually 9, because Tananarive and Stephen Barnes came together and did one on transitioning from novels to screenwriting. But it was 8 weeks of just amazing writers talking about craft and how to bring your craft to the next level. I'm very excited. Nobody really knows about this yet because I'm still building it. But it's going to be 4 writers and 4 visual artists this time. We have, this isn't anywhere. We have Vashti Harrison coming. We have Rodney Barnes coming.
I'm trying to get my hands on that guy.
I gotta go. Wait.
It's gonna be in July. And we have some others too. They're committed. El Penelope is gonna be there. I'm just so excited about. So if you're a visual artist this time, you can come and you can learn from people at the top of their craft who are gonna help you build. If you are a writer, you're going to come and you're going to get some people who are at the top of their craft. So it's just July, and that's literally not anywhere. So so that's coming up in July. By the end of this month, I hope to have the full lineup like solidified so we can then start to announce and sell tickets and stuff like that. And then, so that's Virtuous Con. For myself, I'm writing the 5-part children's book series. Well, it's not a series. It's just 5 short stories. I finished the stories and I'm working with different illustrators for each of the stories. It's called Magic in the 5 Tales of Magic in the Everyday. And it's really about how children teach us about the magic of life in the everyday, if we let them. And it's very hard to let them if you're taking care of a child because you're tired. You're very tired. But if you can remember
the adult mind gets in the way.
Yeah, well, it's just and the duties, you know what I mean? But if you can, there's magic there. And so it's 5 different stories about that. And I dreamt that 10 years ago. And so I'm so excited to be actually at the point where I'm bringing those stories forward. So the stories are written. I'm working with illustrators, and oh my gosh, I am so excited about just bringing that to the world. And then I'm working on a steampunk
sold
fantasy
you had me
romance murder mystery, which is just crazy.
The minute she said
I know, but I
steampunk, I'm like, so
I dreamt it last summer, and I was just like, seriously, God, like, why do I look like I don't have anything else to do? And I was supposed to write a space opera, but the story just
sold.
Like, dropped down.
Ma'am, sit, lady, look, listen, look. I can't only, you can't do this. Not back to back. I need to breathe.
But that's what I'm working on. Luckily, I'm slow. You're gonna have time to breathe because I'm a slow writer. So
apparently not.
I'm just trying to be consistent, but I swear, I mean, like my friends.
Yours gonna be a speed read ball. Yours gonna turn to a speed read ball all the time said and done.
Before we get out of
I'm
here,
listening to the audiobook on one side and then trying to read it in the other. I'll figure it out.
Sensory overload.
Yeah.
Oh, Cerece.
Yes.
Where can they find you?
So CereceMurphy.com for all of my thank you for all of my books and stuff, and then virtuouscon.com for all the Virtuous Con stuff. I'm on Instagram pretty much only. I have a Facebook page, but don't send me anything there. I don't ever go anymore.
I think Facebook is slowly dying.
And Twitter is even worse. And I apologize.
Unless it's Black Twitter.
Right. No, I mean, in terms of like my ability to go on.
Okay.
So IG is pretty much where I live. And even that, it's like, but I will get back to you. Just know you can email me directly from my website also if you have questions or anything. But that's pretty much it. And just thank you so much for this opportunity to hang out with you guys.
We love having you on. Yeah. I'm giving you this one.
An author, I'm very shy. As Virtuous Con, I'm like, yes, we need to do all things. Then we talk about my books, and I'm like,
This was an absolute amazing conversation.
Thank you.
I strive for this type of conversation. I really do. It's eye opening in so many ways to see how writers think, and how they react and how they build their worlds. And you're building universes. I'm just saying. But thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
This has been a beautiful, beautiful episode. I love this. It never changes for me. But thank you once again for coming on. Lady Mandalore, you are up to bat.
Well, I actually had to hold back tears a couple times during this episode. This is ooh. Anyway, yeah, I gotta stop drinking. All right. I am Lady Mandalore. You can find me on Instagram at Roomful of Blerds. You can find me on Fanbase at Roomful of Blerds. You can find me on Twitter at Roomful of Blerds without the 2 O's in room. Oh, Jesus. I am on TikTok as Child of Mandalore. I have a podcast called Child of Mandalore. It's on Spotify. It's on Anchor. It's on your the back pages of the internet.
I was gonna say not Black Planet.
Not the back, not Black Planet.
Something was gonna come up, and I was like, no, let me tighten that up a little bit. I hold an audio chat room every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fanbase. Come through. I also have a Discord that I never promote apparently, and I need to start doing. I'm very selective about the people that I let in, but if you send me a DM and I like what you got, I might let you in. It's fine. Yeah. Ma'am, sis, like, come through. It's a little janky right now, but I'm building.
No, create your bubble. I love that.
That's exactly what it is. It's precisely what it is.
Man.
Ah.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing. Black Spartan.
I was too busy laughing at Kira. But yes, I am Black Spartan, and I can't wait because the helmet is finally done, and I can't wait to actually wear it. So that's going to be interesting as all get out.
Oh, that means I need to get the skit together.
Why didn't you put it on here?
I don't have it. It's at the place. I have to go get it, but I have a son that needs me, so I can't really go like I used to because he's a newborn. And I love
need
him.
things. They do need things.
Yeah, it's fine.
It'll be here soon enough. But yes, you can find me at BlackBox447 on all socials. I usually do reviews and everything that I read, that I play, that I watch, gym stuff because I miss it. But when you got a newborn, you gotta figure it out. And yes, I am a brand new dad that is gushing over his son, and I love that. I love little Obi to death. So I can sacrifice some things for a little while. But aside from that, I do got a couple of podcasts. I do have my political and daily news show called How the Fuck We Got Here. That is every Tuesday and Saturday. I'm sorry, every Wednesday and Saturday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I also have a video game podcast called Get Bit with my co-pilot Joe Tonello every Friday, also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I'm also one of the many heads of the Legion of writers for Blerd's Eyeview. Yes, we said Legion because
I'm adding to this camp. I'm telling you now.
We are many. I usually write the wrestling columns. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Candy for that one. Aside from that, I usually got lost for a second. But usually at the end of all these things, I say, look, we are all running our own races, our own time, things of that nature. The one thing I wish for people to do this year is to actually congratulate and uplift others. It's a lot easier to say congratulations to use all that hatred of energy and be salty. At the same time, guys, I'm rooting for everybody Black. I am unapologetic about that. I am rooting for everybody Black to get to where you want to be. I usually share things, different people's promotions, books, movies, only because if we do not share for ourselves and others, who will? Simply put. Also, last rule, because I have to keep on repeating this. Even though I do lurk in the dark areas of Twitter and IG. I am a very social person. I just have one rule. Don't be a dick and we'll all be cool.
There it is. Mm-hmm. This episode here
Top 10, top 5, top 10,
Yeah,
top 5,
yeah,
top top,
yeah,
top 5.
somewhere in them numbers.
Somewhere.
I'm your man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in. If you are watching, or if this is your first time watching this, guess what you can do me for? A favor. Go to IG. Go to IG, you'll get Blerd's Eye View. And in Blerd's Eye View, you'll see the link in the bio, the link tree in the bio. And it'll send you all the great places, including Facebook, Blerd's Eye View Podcast. You can catch it on Optics Radio. You can catch it on Twitch, Blerd's Eye View 1. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll get all the alerts of when the live show goes on and when Fury's Reaction Reviews return. Also, want to shout out our sponsors, Ultimate Wireless. You can go to Ultimate Wireless _wireless _ENT. It's scrolling at the bottom if you're watching.
The thing at the bottom.
The thing at the bottom.
Just follow things scroll at the bottom.
Just follow things at the bottom. You can also catch us on, because we're on your television now, Roku, by going to always press record on Roku or on Amazon Fire. That's completely free. It tells you how to download. You can see us on your television, people. Seasons 8 and 9 are up there right now. Go check us out.
4K.
All in 4K in your glorious 4K. So ain't no telling how that looks. So also shout out to Otaku Noir, the blind blurred box mystery box company. If you want some great blurred content made by awesome POC creatives, go to www.otakunoir.com with the discount code for checkout, Blerd's Eye View, and you get I think it's 15% off. So check that out. Help your mans out. Help yourself out. Help other POC creatives out. So everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. So I want to thank our guest, Cerece Murphy. Once again, let me give her that awesome applause. There we go. Thank my awesome team over here, Black Spartan and Lady Mandalore. Let me give you all that too as well.
Thank you.
Don't die it out, you dirty bastards.
Rude.
Rude. It's always a short clap.
There we go. All right. So, but thank you all to this amazing team. Thank you, Cerece, for this amazing conversation. Yes, you will have another fan, and as I tell many people that come on, you got a home here at Blerd's Eye View. So whether it's just you having another project or you want to come on here and talk about the latest geek entertainment stuff, give us a call. We'll answer the call. For everyone out there who are watching, thank you for tuning in, man, showing your love and everything and all that great candy stuff. Shout out to Hag Entertainment for an amazing Blerd Bash over this past weekend. It was amazing. It was great to catch up with some friends and family, because let's face it, folks like 8 and Candy B, that's family. That's just family. That's just what it is. But shout out to all of them: Tino Black, Desmaki, Animated Asia, Stefan Johnson, the whole crew. They were all there. We were all hanging out, and we had a blast. So tune in Thursday. You know, if you can catch us Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you can also catch us Thursdays at 9 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, where we always have an amazing guest, and we always got great topics to talk about, and we have some fun while we're doing it, because guess what? We're not shock jocks. That's for the mother folks. That we don't do that. We don't do that here. You know, we don't do that here. So
we don't do that here.
We don't do that here. So until next episode, which is be Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I want to thank my team and our special guest, Cerece Murphy, for coming through, talking about her projects and her award-winning books and Virtuous Con. You need to check it out. You can still watch the links, as she stated before. You can still check out those panels for all those great guests that she has and find out some great stuff and all that awesome jazz, and tear up and laugh and live and love, all of that. Until next time, we are out of here.